Hey guys, it's JW, and I'm here to read the daily Stoic meditation for today, September 2nd. It is titled, The Philosopher's School is a Hospital. Men, the philosopher's lecture hall is a hospital. You shouldn't walk out of it feeling pleasure, but pain, for you aren't well when you enter it. That's from Epictetus' Discourses. Have you ever been to physical therapy or rehab? No matter what the name implies or how many people you see lying about getting massages, it's not a fun place to be. It turns out that healing hurts. The trained experts know exactly where to exert pressure and what to subject to stress so that they can strengthen where the patient is weak and help stimulate the areas that have atrophied. Stoic philosophy is a lot like that. Some observations or exercises will touch one of your pressure points. It's nothing personal. It's supposed to hurt. That's how you'll develop the will to endure and persevere through life's many difficulties. Okay, that's the Stoic meditation for today, September 2nd. I want to thank you for joining me, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Hey guys, it's JW, and I'm here to read the daily Stoic meditation for today, September 3rd. It is titled, First, a Hard Winter Training. We must undergo a hard winter training and not rush into things for which we haven't prepared. And that's from Epictetus' Discourses. Before the advent of modern warfare, armies typically disbanded during the winter. War was not the total war as we understand it today, but more like a series of raids punctuated by rare, decisive battle. When Epictetus says we ought to go through hard winter training, the Greek word is kimakayasi. I have no idea if that pronunciation is correct, folks, but we'll go with it. He was disputing the notion that there is such a thing as part-time soldiering, or part-time anything for that matter. In order to achieve victory, one must dedicate every second and every resource into preparation and training. LeBron James doesn't take a summer break. He uses it to work on other aspects of his game. The U.S. military trains its soldiers day and night when not in war, in preparation for when they have to go to war. When they do go to war, they fight until it's over. The same is true for us. We can't do this life thing half-heartedly. There's no time off. There aren't even any weekends. We are always preparing for what life might throw at us. And when it does, we're ready and don't stop until we've handled it. Okay, that's the Daily Stoic Meditation for today, September 3rd. I appreciate you joining me, and I'm going to see if I can find out the correct pronunciation. Hey guys, it's JW, and I'm here today to read the Daily Stoic Meditation for September 4th. It is titled, How Can You Know Whether You've Never Been Tested? I judge you unfortunate because you have never lived through misfortune. You have passed through life without an opponent. No one can ever know what you are capable of, not even you. And that's from Seneca on Providence. Most people who have gone through difficult periods in their life come to later wear those experiences as badges of honor. Those were the days, they might say, even though now they live in much better circumstances. To be young and hungry again, another might say wistfully. It was the best thing that ever happened to me. Or, I wouldn't change a thing about it. As tough as those periods were, they were ultimately formative experiences. They made these people who they are. There's another benefit of so-called misfortune. Having experienced and survived it, we walk away with a better understanding of our own capacity and inner strength. Passing a trial by fire is empowering because you know that in the future you can survive similar adversity. What does not kill me makes me stronger, Nietzsche said. So today, if things look like they might take a bad turn or your luck might change, why worry? This might be one of those formative experiences you will be grateful for later. Okay, guys, that is the Daily Stoic Meditation for today, September 4th. I want to thank you for joining me, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Hey guys, it's JW, and I'm here today to read the Daily Stoic Meditation for September 5th. It is titled, Focus on What is Yours Alone. Remember, then, if you deem what is by nature slavish to be free, and what is not your own to be yours, you will be shackled and miserable, blaming both gods and other people. But if you deem as your only what is yours and what belongs to others as truly not yours, then no one will ever be able to coerce or to stop you. You will find no one to blame or accuse. You will do nothing against your will. You will have no enemy. No one will harm you because no harm can affect you. And that's from Epictetus in Chirodon. After James Stockdale was shot down over Vietnam, he endured 7.5 years in various prison camps. He was subjected to brutal torture, but always struggled to resist. Once, when his captors intended to force him to appear in propaganda video, he purposely and severely injured himself to make that impossible. When Stockdale's plane was hit, he told himself that he was entering the world of Epictetus. He didn't mean that he was attending a philosophy seminar. He knew what he was to face when he crash-landed. He knew it wouldn't be easy to survive. Interviewed by James Collins for the business classic Good to Great, Stockdale explained there was one group that had the most trouble in prison. It was the optimists, he said, the ones who said, "We're going to be out by Christmas." And Christmas would come, and Christmas would go. Then they'd say, "We're going to be out by Easter." And Easter would come, and Easter would go. And then Thanksgiving. And then it would be Christmas again. And they died of a broken heart. But Stockdale persevered and did make it out. He quenched his desires and focused exclusively on what he did control, himself. Okay, folks, that is the Daily Stoic Meditation for today, September 5th. And I want to thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you again tomorrow. Take care. Hey guys, it's JW, and I'm here to do the Daily Stoic Meditation for today, September 6th. They can throw you in chains, but you can bind up my leg, but not even Zeus has the power to break my freedom of choice. That's from Epictetus' Discourses. It was said that Epictetus walked with a permanent limp as a result of being chained up as a slave. 2,000 years later, James Stockdale also had his leg chained in irons, and his arms bound behind his back and pulled from the ceiling, repeatedly wrenching them from their sockets. Future Senator John McCain was in the same prison, subjected to much of the same abuse. Because his father was famous, McCain was repeatedly offered by his captors a chance to abandon his men and sent home early. He too held tightly to his freedom of choice, declining to submit to that temptation, even though it meant a loss of the physical freedom he must have ached for. None of these men broke. No one could make them sacrifice their principles. That's the thing, someone can throw you in chains, but they don't have the power to change who you are. Even under the worst torture and cruelties that humans can inflict on one another, our power over our own mind and our power to make our own decisions can't be broken, only relinquished. Okay, that's the Daily Stoic Meditation for today, September 6th. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you tomorrow. Hey guys, it's JW, and I'm here today to read the Daily Stoic Meditation for September 7th. It is titled, Our Hidden Power. Consider who you are, above all, a human being, carrying no greater power than your own reasoned choice, which oversees all other things and is free from any other master. That's from Epictetus' Discourses. The psychologist Viktor Frankl spent 3 years imprisoned in various concentration camps, including Auschwitz. His family and his wife had been killed, his life's work destroyed, his freedom taken from him. He quite literally had nothing left. Yet, as he discovered after much thought, he still retained one thing: the ability to determine what this suffering meant. Not even the Nazis could take that away from him. Further, Frankl realized that he could actually find positives in his situation. Here was an opportunity to continue testing and exploring his psychological theories and perhaps revise them. He could still be of service to others. He even took some solace in the fact that his loved ones were spared the pain and misery that he faced daily in that camp. Your hidden power is your ability to use reason and make choices, however limited or small. Think about the areas of your life where you are under duress or weighed down by obligation. What are the choices available to you day after day? You might be surprised at how many there actually are. Are you taking advantage? Are you finding the positives? Okay, guys, that is the Daily Stoic Meditation for today, September 7th. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you tomorrow. Hey guys, it's JW, and I'm here today to read the Daily Stoic Meditation for September 8th. It's titled, Do Not Be Deceived by Fortune. No one is crushed by fortune unless they are first deceived by her. Those who aren't pompous in good times don't have their bubbles burst with change. Against either circumstance, the stable person keeps their rational soul invincible, for it's precisely in the good times they prove their strength against adversity. Seneca on Consolation to Helvia. In 41 AD, Seneca was exiled from Rome to Corsica. For what exactly, we are not sure. But the rumors were that he had an affair with the sister of the emperor. Shortly afterward, he sent a letter to his mother, seeking to reassure her and comfort her in her grief. But in many ways, he must have been speaking to himself as well, scolding himself a little for this unexpected twist he was taking pretty hard. He'd managed to achieve some measure of political and social success. He might have chased some pleasures of the flesh. Now he and his family were dealing with the consequences, as we all must bear, for our behavior and for the risks we take. How would he respond? How would he deal with it? Well, at the very least, his instincts were to comfort his mother instead of simply bemoan his own suffering. Though some other letters showed that Seneca begged and lobbied for his return to Rome in power, a request eventually granted, he seems to have borne the pain and disgrace of exile fairly well. The philosophy that he'd long studied prepared him for this kind of adversity and gave him the determination and patience he needed to wait it out. When he found his fortune restored as he returned to power, philosophy prevented him from taking it for granted or becoming dependent on it. This was good because fortune had another turn in store for him when the new emperor turned his wrath on Seneca. Philosophy found him ready and prepared once again. Okay, guys, that is the Daily Stoic Meditation for today, September 8th. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you tomorrow.